whether it is good or bad, you are going to have an impact of it tomorrow. Whether you are a thief, you will steal, but you will have a specific duration. Then, however much people might not get you, but still, your days will be numbered. So you getting a position of power, and you start looking at others as if they are not human beings. If it was okay, if I had the authority, this person was supposed to come and apologize to the whole country. The speaker. You cannot speak that it becomes a very bad one to the younger generation, becomes a very bad word to everyone who hears the statement. So it is not nice in general.
Definitely
The
not.
African society, the problem, okay, I don't despise them because they are my own people, but there is a lot of pride. People are very arrogant, and the arrogance, I let me say, if I would measure or weigh the arrogance, this is exactly what sparked off a revolution in France. That was in 1789. People cannot afford even to buy something, and you are telling them, if you cannot afford a cake, a bread, you go and buy a cake. Such a big insult.
That's how she spoke.
This is exactly what is happening in the country here. People cannot afford the what, and you are telling them a 2 billion. It's massive with this economy. So, but whatever we do, there is a specific end. We the people might not do something bad to you, but there is God in heaven. You will die. God will judge you accordingly. You know, the Bible says we the people, actually, when you play a bad prayer to someone, then you're actually blessing that person. Never pray for someone to die, or pray for someone to get to die, or to be poor. Just do your part, pray, then God whom created him has a space. Because we are not here forever. That's what people forget. Yes, we are not here forever. Time will come, we shall all go, but everyone will be judged according to your deeds. What did you do? What didn't you do?
So what surprises me, we had that discussion a few days ago. In Africa, at least here where we live, there is no doubt that there's an afterlife. People
Yes,
here, they know.
they know.
You are not dying and you're just disappearing like these crazy atheists in the West. No. Here they know you die.
And there is life after death.
Exactly.
Yes.
But what surprises me, they're very much scared of death. And
Yeah.
they have some
Right.
very weird traditions to stop dead people from attacking the living on this earth,
Yes.
preventing attacks, very crazy stuff.
Yes.
But what I am surprised, they know that you have an afterlife,
Yes.
and still they are completely misbehaving. How do you reconcile that?
They know that there is okay. There are three statements. There are three strong words. One, we fear, because let me say with we fear, even me myself. We fear to die. Maybe because of your deeds. First of all, if you are not having a good relation with the people, you fear to die, because when you die, you don't know where God is, how God is going to
Yeah, and
judge
you have
you.
many enemies.
You have very many enemies.
Yep.
And even it becomes worse, like now they get you stealing someone's property, they beat you to death. Even the people who are going to be playing, God cannot have mercy on behalf of the people. You get the point. So now sometimes I don't know how it is, because I have never seen it, but when God is making a judgment, He's not looking at you as an individual. What people say after when you have gone, I believe it contributes much to what God is going to decide for you. That's
What
what.
people say about you.
Yes, after your death, if you have been good, people will say, "Oh, this gentleman was A, B, C, D, and Z. May he rest in peace."
But you know, people are flattering, especially on the deathbed.
And again, that's also no. What they speak, if it is true, God will listen it as a
If
truth.
it is true, I
If it is,
agree.
then if it is wrong, then God will say they are just spicing something which is not
So
wrong.
what is the second point?
So the second point you have just said, the first one is that they are scared
Death
of
because
death,
of their bad
or
deeds.
because of their bad deeds.
Okay, I understand.
The second thing, The reason as why they still, let's say someone has died and they do some crazy things.
Yep.
They
Let me make an example. There was a guy here, his name was Bosco. They buried his father and they put a padlock in his lips. A padlock.
when it's already dead.
Yes, in his lips. And they threw away the key. And they told him, if you can find the key and open the padlock, then you can come back to us. Otherwise, you stay there. Or another story is that they bury a banana.
Yes, yes.
When the wife dies of a man,
Yeah, we studied those
it was very, very weird. They buried the banana along with the man.
Yes, yes, yes.
That he believes that this banana is the wife. Something.
Yes, yes. Now that one is that one was specifically, I think, in central Uganda, when the man dies, because they believe the spirit is going to come and attack, that disturb the wife.
Yes.
So they replace the wife as a banana. So then instead of the spirit coming to attack, it will know that the wife is there.
It will attack the banana.
It will attack the banana. But I think even on the banana, there is something they add. They know that they don't just put the banana like into the banana. No, there is something. There is an attachment on the banana,
Okay.
giving a picture, giving the whole thing to be the woman.
Now, you said number one was the bad deeds
Yes.
make them worried about their future, which
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
What about the second point? We did not really get to it now.
Now the second point is according to what you had narrated, is that why do they still do that? Why should they put a padlock? Why should they do those crazy things? Now here, some people, not everyone, because in my culture we don't have it.
Okay.
Some people believe that the dead are not dead.
Yes, which is true. According to
Yes.
my belief, it's true.
Yes. So we use it even to have that can also be an examinable question. They say the dead are not dead. You discuss that statement. Give the validity of the statement. So since they believe that the dead are not dead, they are aware that this person who has died is going to be coming, is still having part and parcel, is still having an interconnection with the living.
Okay.
So once they do, they have to use the rituals so that they capture the spirit not to come and be part of the living. Because when you have died, you have died. You are no longer fresh. You go to the spiritual world, in other words. So what they do, actually, in some societies, they can even they use it to bury the dead with maybe a panga, a spear, light, so that because they are going in a spiritual world, they don't want them to come to disturb the living. So that is the point why they do those such creatures. They believe the dead are not dead, which means if they just do it without giving a clear preparation, then they are going to still be part and parcel.
What is the third point, according to you? Do you still remember what you wanted to say?
Has gone.
Definitely, it was quite complex. So anyway, I think we get the idea. So people here, contrary to the West, to where white people live, here people know everybody I've met, except eventually some studied people. They might have dropped that belief system. But most of the people I've met here, they believe that life continues after death and that the dead people can attack and annoy and even take revenge. We had people telling me that the wife who died was very much annoying the next wife of the husband. Very, very bad stories, really. So the husband had to give up because the former wife, who was in the other world, was terrorizing.
That's nice.
Very terrible things. So, and then the second point, so they know, and the problem, as it looks like, because most of the people here, their conscience is very limited. Very limited. There's no moral structure.
No moral.
You have a tribal structure, yes, if you're not following that tribal structure, it can be a disaster for your life. Now it's better because you can just leave. But let's say 50 years ago, when the tribes were very strict
Mm.
and tight communities,
Yeah,
If-
some years ago.
yeah, if you did not follow the tribal tradition, it could be a serious problem for you.
Very true.
That's a different thing these days. And then the second point was what? Can you repeat it? Because it was quite complex. Just in short words.
So the first point is that people fear to die.
Yes, we know that.
Yeah, people fear to die because they are scared of where are they heading, because of their deeds. I think
Exactly.
That's, yes, what they do makes them to fear where they are heading to, because we believe there is judgment. If you're a Christian, unless if you're still stagnant in your own way, but we believe there is judgment there. So people fear. I think that's some right. The second point is, why do people still have these unbelievable things they do to the dead? The point is, the dead are not dead. If they don't perform functions to these gods,
Ah, yes. Then they will terrorize. They can start terrorizing them.
they will not only terrorize them, they will cause a lot of misery.
Exactly.
Yes, they will cause diseases, they will cause a lot of things.
That's Benno running after his wife. Very excited. Now, this island, according to what we were told, was the prison island.
A prison island.
Yes, to the Kabaka, to the former king of Buganda Kingdom.
Whoa.
So when people offended the Kabaka,
Those who offended the Kabaka,
they were sent to, because Kome, according to what I was told, means the end. So if you were sent here, that was your end. And I believe that's why we have so many spirits here who are not in the light. Because we had, I think you know, Gato was almost killed.
yes, they
Joseph was almost killed.
heard them.
And we had many incidences with Africans. Me personally, I've never experienced anything. Other white people also not, but Ugandan people have had very terrible experiences here, life-threatening experiences. So we believe that this island has needs a lot of light and salvation, really. And that's why I wanted to talk to Clarkson, because he has a lot of light, and at least he can show the direction where salvation can be found. For those people who still believe and live in that illusion that African traditional life is pleasant, please talk to your grandfather or your grandmother if they are still alive. They will tell you stories, and then you will start appreciating what you have now in these days.
Definitely, yeah.
So I think we can finalize with that. We wish everybody all the best. Stay tuned and be sure there's a life after death.
Definitely. There's judgment day.